Hello everybody, welcome to Gregsbeerreviews. Let's go see what's in the fridge today. Hello everybody, thanks for stopping by Gregsbeerreviews today. Today's beer, dug out of the fridge. This is an older beer here, guys. This is Anchor Brewing Company's Old Foghorn Ale, which is a barley wine. This was sent to me by Parrish, my good buddy out in California. And these guys use a funky code on the back of their bottle. This one says 4MT on the back of the bottle, which according to what my beer list site says, Anchor uses a bottling date. The first number is the last digit of the year, which is 4 on this, which means it's a 2014 edition. The next letter of the month and the last character is the day, month, and the day. So according to what they're saying here, this is a March 20th of 2014 bottle on date. So you have to go to their websites on these breweries when they don't use a month, day, and a year code or dating on their bottles to try to figure out, is it a Julian code or what do these numbers actually mean, which I'm not a fan of. They could just as easily put 03/2014 on there. Just as easy as putting this silly ass code. And I'm going to tell you, it's a silly ass code right off the bat. You should not have to jump through hoops, go to their website to try to figure out how old the beer is. So that's the only thing that I can thumbs down Anchor Brewing from. They make some really good beers. They're one of the oldest craft beer breweries in America. They've been doing this stuff for a long, long, long time. So, and these guys are out of California, guys. Let me look here. These guys are out of San Francisco, California, and they've been doing this stuff a long time. So at least they're putting something on that we can reference somewhere if you choose to. But month, day, and a year would be much better than this 4MT written on the back of the bottle. Paris, thanks again, brother. I've had this beer in the fridge for a long time. You guys have been seeing this beer. When's he going to review that beer? I've been looking at it in the beer fridge when he gets it out for 2 years now. But we're going to do it tonight. It's blue cold outside, snowing a little bit. Good time to pull out a nice barley wine. It's not a big barley wine. It's 8%, I think. Let's see what it's got on here. They've been brewing since 1975. Long time. One of the early craft beer brewers to the game here. It says here on here, I'm not sure it actually has it on here. I'm sure it does. Yep, 8.8% alcohol right here above the barcode. So, but I've had this one for a while. Almost 2 years. If this was put in the bottle on March 20th of 2014, we're in February of 2016, so it's almost 2 years in the bottle. 8.8% should keep very well. I'm hoping it's going to be a very tasty beer. They brew some lighter beers. Their Anchor Steam is a favorite of a lot of people. That beer doesn't have quite enough taste from this guy. So the barley wine should be more in line with what I'm looking for in a beer. So we'll see what it brings to the table. So commercial description on this one says San Francisco celebrated old Foghorn Ale has been virtually handmade by the brewers of Anchor Steam Beer in one of the world's smallest and most traditional breweries since 1975. Our barley wine style ale, the first of its kind in modern times in the United States, has a luscious depth of flavor that makes it ideal for sipping after dinner. It is made with top fermenting yeast, fresh old hops, and first wort the richest runnings of a thick all malt mash. Old Foghorn is a dry hopped in the classic ale tradition and aged in our cellars until it attains the perfect balance of malty sweetness, estery fruitiness, and exquisite hop character for which it is known throughout the world. A ruby red ale with a little carbonation and a warm finish. So I don't know how long they cellar these beers before they bottle them, before it gets to that maturation of what they're looking for in a barley wine. So it's hard to tell really how old this beer is from fermentation to where I've got it now. We know it's been in the bottle almost 2 years, but how long do they leave it in their cellars before they bottle it? They do not tell us. So it could be a 3, 4, maybe even a 5-year-old beer. Who knows? They don't give us that information. So let's see where this one goes. Food pairings for this style of beer, which is an English barley wine. Cheese is a sharp blue cheddar. Your more pungent cheeses, stronger cheeses, Gorgonzola, Limburger. Glassware is pint, becker, nonic, tumbler, snifter, oversized wine glass. Yep, my favorite glass today. And can be cellared for long periods, which I did. I've had it almost 2 years now. So, with that being said, and they have a very unique little bottle here. It's still a 12-ounce bottle. Let's see what it brings to the table, guys. Very nice cap on here. It says use opener. Got the boat anchor with a little bit of rope wrapped around it. Nice little hiss. I'm not sure. I'm going to save this cap. It probably may be the same as some of the other Anchor beers, but I don't do very many of the Anchor beers because they usually don't bring a lot of taste to the table for my taste. Now, great transitional beers. I mean, if you want to get in and get out the Macros and Bud Miller Coors and try their Anchor Steam or one of their other lighter beers, a great way just to get into the craft beer scene. But not had this beer before, I don't think, so we'll see what it brings. About 2 fingers of head, a nice rich red ruby color to the glass. Very nice looking beer. A lot of little bubbles. Very fine bubbles on the side. Very creamy looking head. Let's get a nose on it. Very nice sweetness. Caramel, toffee, molasses, brown sugar. Great smelling beer. Getting a little bit of hot presence in there too. A little bit of piney citrusiness. Wow, I'm definitely surprised by the hop aroma as long as I've had it in the fridge. Wow, very nice. Let's give it a taste. Cheers, everybody. Cheers, Parrish. Thank you, my brother. As a matter of fact, Parrish sent me this glass for my birthday a year or so ago. Wow, got a very nice aroma. Pleasantly surprised. Very nice. Very unique. Cellared very well, guys. I'm really blown away by how much hop presence this beer's got and as old as it is. Very nice malty, toffee, caramel smell. That's delicious. That is a great beer. I am just blown away by how much hoppiness is still in this beer, as old as this beer is. Nice, very nice sweetness, toffees on the back end. Very, very nice. Very, very nice. Look at the lacing it's leaving on the glass. Very, very well made beer. These guys have been brewing beer since 1975. 40 years? 40 years they've been brewing craft beer. I think they got it figured out. Very nice. And you people in the San Francisco area, I know a lot of you guys are big fans of Anchor beers. So very nice. Very pleasant. Well, let's try out the fridge. Let's let it warm up a little bit. Let her taste it 2 or 3 times and see where this one ends up. I'm impressed right now. Hi guys, I'm back. Got a little left. Been sipping on about 35-40 minutes. Very tasty beer. Definitely an A beer, guys. As far as I'm concerned, this is a 9 beer in an 8 bottle. That silly ass code on that back label keeps me from giving it the 9. When you got something like 4MT written on the back of the bottle, that's not even a Julian code. How are you supposed to know what the date is on that beer unless you go to their website or some other site to try to figure out what that silly ass code means, guys? So that's where I'm at on this. That serves the consumer 0 there as far as that code is. There's no way you would know what that code means unless you went somewhere and they told you what that code means. 4MT. I give up on that, guys. I mean, how are you supposed to know what 4MT means? I'll chug. Delicious beer. Very delicious beer. I'm blown away by how much hop presence this beer has, as old as it is. And being a barley wine style ale, the toffee, the caramel, the molasses, the brown sugar, very nice sweetness. But it's so evenly, the sweetness is not overpowering the bitterness. It's very well balanced beer. Very nice. Very, very nice. That's why I fuss so much about the dating. When you have a beer this tasty and this well made and they put some silly ass code on the back of the bottle, not even a Julian code, it's only 4MT. How are you supposed to know what that means? I don't have a clue, guys. So they're making you jump through hoops to try to figure out how old the beer is when they could just as easily put month, day, and a year. Bottom line. 9 beer in an 8 bottle as far as I'm concerned. With what I've got here, I'd give this probably a 90 or a 91. And if it had an actual month, day, and a year on it, I would probably give it a 96 or a 97. It's and the dating means that much to me, guys. You shouldn't have to jump through hoops or go to a website when you're in the store trying to buy a beer. Beer Advocate says it's 88 in a very good range. And Rate Beer says it's 99 overall, 96 in the style. Well, I'm about halfway in between these two guys. 99 and an 88, as far as I'm concerned. Like I said, I'm going to probably give it a 90 or a 91, somewhere in that area. So closer to the Beer Advocate than I am the Rate Beer. Rate Beer is 99. With that kind of dating on the back of the bottle, I just could not give that beer that high of a rating when you don't know how old the beer is. Even though it's an 8.8% and it's not a hoppy beer, even though I'm still tasting the hops in this, I don't know how they've been able to achieve that and still taste those hops and not just be a total malty sweet mess. Just goes to show you these guys know how to brew a great beer. Been doing it since 1975. 41 years of brewing craft beer, so they've got it figured out. They just ain't got it figured out how to date the frickin' bottles. So we need to get those guys in line and get a month, day, and a year on the bottles. So Parrish, thanks again, my brother, for sending me this beer. Sorry I kept it so long. I just wanted to see how it would sell her. Like I said, I was kind of concerned that it may be a little on the transitional side, but it's not. It's a pretty tasty beer for even a seasoned craft beer drinker. So if you see this, their old Foghorn Ale, barley wine style ale, let me know what you think if you pick it up, and if you've already had it, tell me. I liked it, I loved it, couldn't stand it, best thing I ever had. Alright guys, come on back. Let's go see what's in the fridge tomorrow. See you then.